Full body Pilates burner coming at you, my friends. This is your get ready happy dance where you're going to start down on the mat. So come on down, lying flat on your back, feet up towards your bottom. We've got some glute bridges. Press your hands firmly down into the mat, then squeeze the bum up towards the sky. We are here for 45 seconds, and throughout this movement, what you want to make sure you're doing is really driving up through the heels and then giving the bum a nice little squeeze throughout the whole movement. So all the way up and all the way down. This one might take a little bit to kick in as our glutes warm up, but it's a really, really good exercise for our back body. I am watching the clock here. Don't worry, I won't keep you here for any longer than you need to be. We're almost coming to the next exercise, which is frog squats. Just a couple more. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Just that extra one. Let's come all the way up and coming into a squat position. This is our frog squat. Grab hold of your big toes and sink your bum back and down. You want to make sure that your elbows come to the insides of your knees, and this one is going to work the front of the legs. This one does not take long to kick in at all, and don't feel like you have to get your hamstrings completely straight. You're just working within your own range of motion, and I promise you, you will feel this one. I feel this one really, really early on. It's probably one of my most hated exercises, which is why I should do it, because you should always do the ones that you hate the most. That's it, trying to get that bum close down. My legs are getting tired here, I can tell. Just going for your range of motion. Now we're going to move into our plank to table. So bringing your hands directly underneath your shoulders and taking that plank position, walk your feet in and walk them out. Trying to keep your hips nice and stable, almost like you're balancing a cup of tea on your back, and then extend the legs out into plank. Lead with one leg here because we will do the other side in the next series. So I am leading with my right, so right forward, right back, left back. Keep going with that. It's just 45 seconds and then a quick transition into the next exercise. I'm watching the clock with intensity. Let's work together, almost there. A few more reps, that core is switched on. Really working through the upper body as well as the mid body. Keep going, little push. Got my concentration face on, I can tell. All right, let's lower all the way down to our bellies for these lat pull downs. So extend your arms out in front, and then almost like you're imaginary pulling down a lat pull down, you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together as we lift the chest up off the floor. Inhale forward, exhale, lift up. Good. Nice work. Trying to get that chest up off the floor and also keeping our gaze down towards the mat. We don't want to crick into our neck too much. It's really nice to work into the back body this way. These muscles are really, really good for posture. It's not something that we work enough, I don't believe, or I certainly don't, especially if you work at a desk all day. There's also a nice little element to work through the arms. Good job, big squeeze, almost there. We're going to move into our ab circuit after this, and that's one side done. That's it, big lift, big squeeze. Squeeze, nice work. Roll over onto your back. I've just done a big breath out. We come all the way down and we are imprinting our lower spine into the back, into the mat, and then lifting our legs up into a tabletop position. Extending that right leg long, and then we're going to lower it down towards the ground. You've got two options here. You can keep your neck and head lower to the ground if you need something that's a little bit easier, or if you want to step it up like I've done here, you can keep your neck, head and shoulders lifted off the ground. What we're trying to do is shorten the distance between hips and ribs. Lift and lower. There's me checking the time again. Don't want to go over that 45 seconds. I also know that this is a tough one. I am feeling it with you. Look at me counting down the clock, and I'm starting to get a little bit flushed in my face as well. So nice, we're almost there. Let's come all the way down, glute bridges. Let's go round two. Squeeze up, squeeze down. Good job. Just like we did before, the legs are on, they are activated, and we've got a nice little squeeze in the bum the whole time. You can really press your hands down to the mat if you want to get a little bit of extra lift, or if you want to work into the legs a little more, know that you can always reach your arms up overhead. Choice is yours. Do what you feel works for you today. We are really driving through our heels here. I've got a little smile, which means it's probably harder than it looks, and they're definitely switched on. Close to the end, guys, almost there. Just a few more reps. Good. Give yourself a little hug, rock and roll all the way up into your frog squat position. And we're coming down. Grab those big toes, knees tracking over the toes. Again, I start off with quite a lot of range of motion. Then as my quads start to burn and start to tire, I can tell that I shorten my ROM. But that's okay. I'm working within my limitations and I'm definitely getting a good workout. Keeping your heels in contact with the ground the whole time. And we are really driving those knees out, especially with those elbows to the insides of the knees. You have got this, guys. You might be starting to feel a little bit of a sweat, a little bit of a burn. And know that you can actually do this circuit more than once if you've got time. It is a great full body burner. That's it, dropping the bum down, picking it back up towards the sky. Let's move into our plank to table. Nice work. Active through the shoulders, and then we're leading with the left side. Good work. So keeping those wrists directly underneath our shoulders, and we want to make sure that our elbow creases are facing forward the whole time. In, out, out. Good. Trying to maintain some stability through the core. I've got wild, crazy hair, and I can tell that I am feeling a little bit of fatigue, but we're going to push through. It's well worth it. We are really, really working that upper body and mid body here. We are close to moving into the next exercise. Almost there. That clock is being watched. Let's lower all the way down. Extend the arms forward. Nice big stretch. And lift and pull the shoulder blades together. That's it. Big squeeze. Keeping that gaze down towards the mat. And maybe even a little bit of a squeeze of the bum if that feels good as well. Nice work. That's it. We're getting through this last little bit. Challenging those small muscles at the back. Opening up through the chest. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to make sure that you don't stay here for 1 second longer than you need to. Let's roll over onto our backs. There's leg lowers on the other side. All the way down. Imprint the spine into the mat and then lift those legs into tabletop. Extending one leg straight, lifting up, we lift and lower. So we've got our left leg here, we've got our tummy switched on, our lower back is imprinted into the spine, and we are remembering to breathe, friends. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way out. Good job. Trying to maintain that knee sort of stacking over the hip. The closer you bring it into your chest, the easier that it will be. We are so close to the end, friends. Keep going. Let's go, just that last little bit. Up, down, almost there. We're gonna hug knees into the chest at the end. Little 3, 2, 1. Nice work. You are done. Big love, my friends. Make good choices. See you soon.